Yo, what's up guys? And welcome back to the one and only Divergent Vibe YouTube channel. In this video, I will talking about Slugterra, the FLORAKINESIS type slug, aka the plant element slug. Okay guys, in Slugterra, there are many types of slug with different elements, and one of them is the plant element slug, which is the creatures who possess some kind of superpowers that related to the FLORAKINESIS ability. Other than that, there are several plant element slug with unique various abilities, more than just manipulate plants, while they also strategic to use by the slug slingers in offensive strategy as well as defensively, and that is what I want to telling you guys later in this video. Without any further ado, let's watching this video until the end. Before that, please subscribe to Divergent Vibe channel and turn on the notification. Don't forget to like and share. Number 1. The VINEDRILL slug. The VINEDRILL slug are the one and only Slugterra creature who possess the power of FLORAKINESIS, which is the ability to manipulate plants, vines, as well as spore attacks, and they mainly can be found at the rainforest area, such as the wild spores cavern. Moreover, this plant slug has a favorite move known as the TENDRELLA ability, where a slug slinger must shove a VINEDRILL slug into the ground to allow them growing their vines that can be used to binding an opponent or to stopping a multiple slug at the same time. And this TENDRELLA move also commonly used by a VINEDRILL slug to attack anyone. However, it's very useful for a smart slug slinger to use as a defensive wall of interwoven vines for a protection. Other than that, the VINEDRILL slug capable to attacking from a long range, especially when they using their ITCHYPANTS ability by shooting a pouches of itching powder towards an opponent that can causing the itchiness gets even worse as long as they scratch their skin. And this plant slug also can release a spores in their protoform state that can tickle the nose while making the opponent sneeze uncontrollably. When they transform into their Velocimo state, the VINEDRILL slug look like octopus creatures with a green skin, but they will gain many vines on their body, along with a multiple spikes that come out on its head, while a BRIARDRILL ghouls are the ghoul version of the VINEDRILL slug, and the famous slug slinger in Slugterra, aka Elishan, has one favorite VINEDRILL slug that he named it TANGLES. On the other hand, the VINEDRILL slug VINEVENT move are very useful as a neutralizer ability when it used against the GHOUL NEOTOX slug, because they can suck up a toxic gas by using flowers that sprout on their vines to neutralize all the paralyzed effect of the NEUROTOX ghouls. Furthermore, this FLORAKINESIS slug has a powerful move known as the VINELASH ability, where the VINEDRILL slug getting inside the opponent body as well as wrap up their target using its vines to immobilize them, while tear up the opponent from inside their body by using its giant tendrils. And for your information, this VINELASH move become more effective, especially when it combo with the slug food technique. Number 2. The NEOTOX slug. The NEOTOX slug are the most dangerous slug with the toxic poison ability, and they also the rare plant element slug that prefer to live in the swamps and marshes. Moreover, these rare poison slugs are the perfect ammunition to use in offensive strategy, especially when they're using their TOXICLOUD ability by amidst a cloud of toxic poison that can paralyze a multiple opponents who breathe it, but the NEOTOX paralyze effect will fade after several minutes to several hours because it's just a temporary, depends on the opponent's level of exposure. Other than that, the NEOTOX slug can giving an advantage to their slinger when they're using their SLUGBLIGHT ability, because they can weaken other slugs by amidst a toxic poison cloud around the opponents that causing their slug escape, leaving them without ammo. But all of these poison slug abilities can be neutralized with the VINEVENT move of the VINEDRILL slug. When the NEOTOX slug transforms into their Velocimorph state, this TOXIKINESIS slug looks similar to an alligator, especially their head, along with a caterpillar tails, as well as green body color, while gaining 2 arms with 4 tentacles that looks like insect legs, and they also has 1 antenna on their head. According to the information that I found, this poison slug has a lot of various toxic gas attack, and one of them is known as the RUSTALOID ability by emits a gas to corroding opponent blaster, which is reduce their function, and the NEOTOX slug METALROT ability allow them to max metal brittle, causing it easy to break, while this move possibly can be used to break mecha beasts since it made up from some sort of metal. For your information, a famous user of the NEOTOX slug is BLITE, and if there are too many NEOTOX slugs fired at once, they will create a NEOTOX fog that just keeps growing and growing, while a NEUROTOX ghoul are the ghoul version of the NEOTOX slug. Number 3. The Dirt Urchin Slug. The Dirt Urchin Slug, also known as the Spike Slug, because they have a spiky appearance and possess the superpower that allow them to shoot their spikes. Moreover, this spike slug has several skill sets, and one of them is known as the CHORTLESNORT ability, where the Dirt Urchin slug can striking multiple opponents at the same time by shooting hundreds of spikes from their body, just like a porcupine creature that's impossible to avoid. Other than that, the Dirt Urchin slug has one famous attack that known as the Needle Patch ability that allow them to explode in the mid-air while firing a multiple rounds of spiny needles toward an opponent, and this Needle Patch move become more powerful if they shot in tandem with the Hard slug, because both of them will create a new move known as the Needle Exploder ability, while a Dirt Urchin slug launches its spike and then a Hard slug exploding itself to boost up that spikes into a super hard spiny needles explosion. When they transform into their Velosimorph state, the Dirt Urchin slug will look like a porcupine creatures with a green skin, which is very awesome, and they also gain 2 arms along with the spiky body as well as spiny tail, and a famous Dirt Urchin slug is MUCKY, who belongs to ITCHYPANTS, while the Dark Urchin Ghoul are the ghoul version of the Dirt Urchin slug. The most importantly, these spike slugs are the one of plant element slug that was used by ITCHYPANTS in a combo move known as the Electro Spear Fusion Shot, along with his favorite dazzling slug aka Juice. In this Electro Spear Fusion move, the Dirt Urchin slug will spin simultaneously with the dazzling slug to fusing their spike and electricity powers together, while MUCKY launches its spike and then Juice covering all of it using the electricity that can electrocute and penetrate any armor by shooting a multiple shot of electrified needles toward an opponent. By the way, can you imagine it if a Dirt Urchin slug fusing along with the ultra rare Infinite slug in a combo move they possibly shooting a multiple shot of fiery needles from the combination of their fire and spike powers together that may be known as the Inferno Spear Fusion Shot. Alright everyone, as you can see, there are few slugs in Slugterra that has a FLORAKINESIS superpowers, which is a VINEDRILL slug, a NEOTOX slug, and a dirt URCHIN slug are the all three originally plant element slugs according to the informations that I found. Although there are only 3 of them, but the plant element slugs are very strategic when it used in offensive combats, especially the NEOTOX slug, while the VINEDRILL slug are very useful to use in a defensive strategy. I want to apologize to all of you if I'm making a mistake or forget something important in this video, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much. Okay guys, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned.